My shit's. Yo, what's up, guys? Michael Matthew, and we are outside. Me and
Again.
DJ doing our thing. As you guys know, today is the day our pregame tailgate part two. As the Sparks will be facing off with the Indiana Fever at 7 p.m. But we are here, Emmy Square Pizza, LA Live, Figaro on the 11th. Make sure y'all pull up. But we got a special treat though, DJ,
Yeah.
because it ain't just the greatest duo on the land. It's about to be the greatest trio. We got the one and only Jovan
Come
Roberts
on,
with us. What's up,
girl.
Jovan? Hey, so it's going to be super lit here. A good time preparing us for this big time matchup.
Yeah.
DJ, say what's up to the people.
What's up, LA Sparks Weekly fans? It's been a minute, but I'm happy to be out here. You already know Caitlin Clark is in town. She won't be on the court, but all her fans have been walking past me. Okay?
Hey, you know what that means? That's a plus for the Sparks right there. So
Other than the fact that Eric McDonald is now on the other
yeah.
side, so that's kind of a negative. But I like our plus minus for this game, Michael.
I really like it. The Sparks have been doing some great things. They won 6 out of their last 7 games. Just picked up possibly their biggest win of the season. I know that New York win was impressive. Rakia with the buzzer beater, but Stewie was out early.
Yeah.
That Seattle Storm team was at full strength.
Yeah.
They went to not 1 but 2 overtimes.
That was a good game.
I was at the studio. I felt all night doing my
crazy.
thing, holding it down for you, DJ. But the Sparks are playing some good basketball. What's your thoughts? Just let's talk about last game as we prepare for this one. What did you see from the last win that gives you confidence about tonight?
I have supreme confidence in our LA Sparks because last game they played like they wanted to win, Michael.
Yeah.
We just want them to contend. We want the games to be close. It doesn't matter about the score because at the end of the day, whether you win by 2 points or 10 points, the Sparks are going to take the W home here. I'm excited to see Ari McDonald back in her old stomping grounds. Excited to see all the Indiana Fever fans here in the building. What's up, Indiana Fever fans? Welcome to LA. No, it's all love over here. Jovan, girl, you are not dancing today. If y'all don't know, Jovan is on the LA Sparks dance team. But you ain't dancing today.
She is an all-purpose player for the Sparks squad, especially LA Sparks Weekly. So, Jovan, the Sparks coming off that big win. What has impressed you the most recently of what the Sparks been able to do?
Consistency. I think just them playing over these before the All-Star break is a little rocky, but afterwards they found their rhythm, they got their groove back, and just being so consistent with Rakia, Cameron Brink is back, so just making sure our whole roster is healthy has been so good to see, and just watching them play with confidence, just play cohesively and together. That's been my biggest thing for them, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen tonight against the Fever. You know, they're on a roll, like you said, with or without Caitlin Clark. They've been playing better without her.
Facts.
But I think we definitely have a lot to prove. We need to push for that playoff spot. We got a little bit over a month left before we can really secure that spot. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do tonight, and we're vibing out here, having a great time.
Hey, we are outside with it, Emmy Square Pizza, doing our thing. Sparks playing some good basketball. I'm very impressed with Rakia Jackson, right? We remember early on what she dealt with. She had the concussion. Her just trying to find her way with a brand new coach, brand new system after playing so well last season, was the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. And it looked like, dang, did she regress a little bit, But as of late, she has been looking all-star-like. They found a way to help her attack. They're putting her in the mid post. They're putting her in the post. I love what Coach Roberts did. She had a lineup of who was it? Julie Alamon, KP, Ray Burrell, Rakia, and Cameron Brink that helped get them back in that game.
Momentum.
And that small ball, it opens up the floor for someone like Rakia who could play best when the floor is open. And then it allowed Cam to play some of her best basketball. But Rakia Jackson, just how well is she performing, DJ?
Listen, sophomore slump where? Okay? We knew that Rakia Jackson is a superstar, and she continues to prove this day in and day out. Doesn't matter if she's down. Doesn't matter if she's up. She's going to do the right things inside of the basketball game to get the ball back in her favor, to play good defense, to be scrappy, to talk a little bit of trash.
You said something earlier in the season that I really liked. I think she in her villain
era. I told her. I said Rakia Jackson is in her villain era.
Yeah.
She's ready to get her get back. She should have been, higher up in that Rookie of the Year.
She should have been fighting for it. I know she can't got the name, but not Cam, but Caitlin Clark has
Clark
a
has the
name.
name, but if
Rakia
Rakia had played maybe 10 more games last season, because remember she wasn't in the starting lineup initially. Yep. If she had played 10 more games, we might have been having a different discussion. But again, that's very controversial.
You talking about us? You talking about us here?
Yes, we can hear you.
I hear you.
Yo, Sparks fans, Jovan, thank you so much for joining us. We are about to go live with the press conference. They are asking if they can hear us.
You talking about us with Infinity?
Yes, we can.
Yes. That works. No problem.
All right, while the Sparks get ready for that press conference, Michael, we got a lot to talk about here because the WNBA is on fire.
Oh my
Slim got traded to the Seattle Storm today. Oh my goodness.
They're not the Seattle Storm no more. They're the Seattle Sparks because they got so many former Spark players who were productive here. You got NECA. You know, Gabby Williams was a Los Angeles Spark, you know, and now Slim over there. They traded Zaya Cook, which, you know, of
course, she got waived.
I didn't like, but
I didn't like that either.
I like the move for Seattle. Like, it's a team that we saw that can fight, but they were just missing a little something.
Yeah, Slim. You know, but also, too, as we saw with DeWanna Bonner just going to Mercury, sometimes things can be going well, and you throw a player that you think is going to be an accelerant on there, and it actually can make you regress a little bit.
Yeah.
And in regards to Zaya Cook, Chicago Sky, what are you doing? Get on the phone right now and call Zaya Cook.
Pick her up. Y'all not winning anyway.
You're not winning. You need to develop
They need a guard. They don't have Kennedy Carter. Go and get someone like Zaya who can help. She just didn't get the opportunity.
She needed an opportunity.
With the Sparks, with Coach Kurt Miller. Didn't really get it with Seattle. So now, you know, it's a tough time.
Yeah.
But forget all that. It's all about LA Sparks.
It is all about the Sparks.
They are doing their thing. Took themselves from the dungeon to now they are going up the charts, up the standings, trying to secure not only a playoff spot, but get into possibly the top 6.
I will also say, Michael, I was
crazy.
Right. I was right. All of y'all said I was crazy. I'm a little off camera right now because I'm joining the press conference, fans. But just know that I'm over here talking my stuff because I was right. I said after the after the All-Star break, we would make a playoff push. That has happened. Yeah. I said when everybody gets back healthy, the Sparks will go on a tear. That has happened. Facts. So this just goes to show you when you have faith in your team. Listen, I am the Sparks Oracle. I need to get that on a T-shirt because I called it. Our girls are going to come through, make the playoffs, and go deeper than we thought they were going to go in the playoffs.
They're a team with a healthy Cameron Brink, who we're going to talk about a little bit in a second. They have an opportunity to be very tough. Step up. Let's see that. It's time to pay the players. Yes. Do y'all see that in the back there, WNBA fans? It's time to pay these ladies because they are ballers and they deserve the money. Give them the bag. They need to drop it off at their lockers game.
Shouts out to all the Sparks fans behind us.
Yeah.
CC, friend of the show. We're Women's Basketball Club.
Yeah.
Everybody, listen. The fans are out here having a good time. How good was the pizza?
How good was the pizza? Oh,
Pizza's so good. The beer, Santa Monica Brewing, is out here. So if you want to have a quick drink and a quick bite to eat before the game, we highly suggest coming through to Emmy Square Pizza.
So before we get to this presser, you know we have Jovan with us, Jovan Roberts, who's also part of the dance team. Jovan, I want you to just hop back in camera. I want you to talk about your experience there because when people come to basketball games, they just think, oh, I'm only here to watch hoops, and that's it. No, it's a whole show that goes on, and the dance team is a big part of it. Can you just talk about the importance of the dance team and your experience with them?
It's so important. This is my first year on the Sparks crew, and before they had, of course, other teams like the old school crew and the kids crew, so we're the only ones holding it down for entertainment. So it's so important for people to see the dancers, you know, the little girls come up to us and like, I want to be you one day. It's just a lot of representation that we bring to the court and a lot of excitement, hype. We got a halftime show tonight.
Okay.
Everyone know Baby's going to be here. If you know.
It's
going to be a good game, but just the dancers bring so much hype and a lot of energy to the court, and we have Sparky with us, who went viral last week, a couple games ago, and he just went crazy.
All right, y'all, we got to take a quick break. We're going to the press conference with the coach.
See you.
Hey.
All right. Coach, the Fever have the longest winning streak in the WNBA. What makes them so tough to beat? I think everybody in this league is hard to beat. I think they're playing really well right now. I think they're a balanced
I don't
team.
know.
They've got,
Let me see.
I do want to give a shout out to Ari McDonald. I think she's done a tremendous job there. She's found a home and she's really elevated their group. Kelsey Mitchell is, I think, the fastest guard in the league in terms of off the dribble. And she can just, when she gets going, it's nearly impossible. And they've got, Cunningham shooting, Hull comes in and shoots it, they defend well. And then, Natasha Howard and AB are tough. They're physical. Um, they play hard, and, we've been on a 5-game winning streak too. And you're playing with a little more swagger. You're playing with a little more confidence. And, I think they're coming in here, one of the hottest teams right now. So we have our hands full. There's a lot that goes into beating anybody in this league. I think for them, we got to handle the physicality and play with pace. I think that's going to be big.
John W. Davis with the Southern California News Group. Coach, like you said, the Fever, they're on a 5-game winning streak, but your team has won 7 of the last 9. So I would say your team is hot as well. Other than score more points, what do you feel like the team has to do to win this game?
Line.
Like, what's going to be the difference?
I don't know. I think we've got to defend the 3-point line well. It seems like when they really get going, they're hitting from 3. And that could be from anybody, right? I think we've got to do a good job keeping them off the free throw line. But it cuts both ways. I think we do well when we're hitting threes and when we're getting to the free throw line. So it might be a battle of wills in those regards, but we've got to be good on our matchups and defending personnel. And at this point, we've played them twice. It's the 3rd time, at this point in the season, you've played everybody a couple times at least already. And so it becomes a little more of a chess match than checkers in terms of making adjustments. But yeah, I think, both Indiana and us are confident right now, but man, nothing's easy.
Ira Gorwar with the LA Times. Coach, you alluded to this a little bit. Obviously, the Fever without Caitlin Clark, but in her place, a number of players have stepped up, as you mentioned, Leah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, as you mentioned, a number of them. But how do you kind of approach that scout when there's weapons really all over the floor? Anyone can step up.
When there's what all over the floor?
Weapons all over the floor. Anyone can step up.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what makes a good team. That makes a team that's hard to beat. And I think when we're playing well, that's our case too, right? It's I don't know that there's a one sentence answer for that. I think we have to be the aggressors. I think, the more aggressive team tonight, I think with both the way we both play, both teams play, I do think it's going to come down to aggression, like aggressiveness and execution. We've got to be able to run our stuff. And like I said, we've played each other a couple times and both games have been close. And so I know we're in a dogfight tonight for sure.
Hey, Coach, talk about swagger, confidence. Where are you guys with that at this point? And how have you seen that grow? And like, dumb question, but like, why is that important in W?
Yeah, no, it's not a dumb question. It's a great question. I think we're still, a work in progress in that. I think what has been really cool for me is to see these guys are learning what it takes to win, what winning looks like, whether it's the first quarter or the fourth, what winning plays are. This league, if you look at like even the standings 2 through 10, it's just crazy, right? And so no win is easy, and every game's at this point, particularly in the season, every game matters. And so if you're not playing confidently and with a little bit of edge and like we believe in what we're doing and each other, then you're not going to win. And so it's been really cool for me, rewarding to see these guys understand what it takes to really win, and to hate losing, not get used to losing. And they've turned the corner with that, which is cool. But I feel like our group's confident, but they're humble. I know there's not a sense of, we've arrived, because we haven't. We have not achieved what we said we were going to do. I think we're having a solid season, but we didn't set out to have a solid season. Like, we want to make the playoffs. I'm not shy about saying that. Will we? I don't know. It's hard, but that's certainly the goal, and we just got to keep pushing. And I certainly think if you're not confident in your work, and in your teammates, it's almost impossible.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
You guys made a nice signing this week. I'm wondering what it's just like for you to have Keely back around, and what are you hoping for her to be able to accomplish in her time with the Sparks here?
Yeah, it's cool. It's very obviously familiar having coached her. Um, and, for us, it was an opportunity to bring her in and see how she fits. And, um, I certainly know what she's capable of. I know kind of how to use her. She's stronger than anybody you could, anybody. Um, yeah, I would not want to guard her. Yesterday in practice, one of our practice guys had the moment of like, whoa. Just her strength and power. So she's had one practice under her belt. She arrived late Sunday, I believe. So we got to work her in a little bit, get her comfortable. But I'm excited to have her, and she's just a great human being and will be a great fit for our locker room too.
Hey, Coach.
Hi.
The trade deadline is around the corner. There is a human element to this where, players can be traded. It's also your first trade deadline in the WNBA. How are you kind of managing it? How do you keep players, for lack of a better word, focused on the task at hand rather than worrying about what could be?
Yeah, that's not my job. So it's one of those things, and I'm not trying to be flippant. Like, I don't get into it, and so it's not something that we have talked about, brought up, anything. And my job is to coach the players that we have in the locker room and on the court to try to win as many games as we can, and do that by treating them well and all those things. And so that's what I'm focused on. And a lot of that, most of that, if not all of that's out of my control, just like it's out of theirs. And I kind of like it that way.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
I know Sanaya Fagan had a few big games for you guys on the road, and it was a really important aspect there. With Cam coming back, can you talk a little bit about what her role looks like, what it's like to have her in practice and in the locker room?
Yeah. How old is your baby?
She's 4 months.
Oh my gosh. Basketball is cool, but that's way cooler. No, don't be sorry. That's awesome. She's cute. I don't remember the question.
I just want you to talk about Sanaya. Sorry.
Yeah, to be honest, we are still figuring it out, right? So you bring a player back of Cam's caliber and her potential. She's still on a minutes restriction. So to be completely candid, I'm still figuring that out, and I don't have an answer right now. But to have depth is a blessing, and as I've said all season long, Sanaya will be a WNBA player, and she's done a good job staying engaged. And it's hard as a player. You play, then you don't. But she can just control what she can control, and with her work ethic and her attitude and all the things, and she's done just a tremendous job with that. I certainly know her potential and what she can bring, and it's going to just be down the stretch here, figuring out how to utilize everybody the best way for our team. Yeah.
We'll go to Infinity TV on Zoom.
Hey, what's up, Coach? Michael Matthew here, LA Live. So the last game you guys played against the Seattle Storm, you threw out that small ball lineup with Rakia at the 4 and Cam at the 5. How important was it for you to kind of give that look for Rakia so that she can be able to have the space to go downhill? And what did it kind of do to unlock Cameron Brink there in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, great question. I think, Seattle's probably the biggest team, longest team in the league, with Malunga out there and Neka and Ezzy. They're big, and so I was kind of matching up with them with our length, and we just couldn't get clicking. And so it was like, well, screw it. We're just gonna go small and make them guard us. I always say that the knife cuts both ways. We have to guard them, but they got to guard us. And I think it opened things up for us. We started playing with a little more pace and all those things. And I told Cam after the game and the team, like, I think Cam kind of single-handedly turned around the momentum of the game. She hit a couple of shots and got some blocks. She got some fouls. Let's not be shy about that. But it did affect Seattle. It did. There was one possession I remember, she just, Neka was attacking, saw Cam, and kicked it out. And she may not even have noticed that, but I was like, okay, like that's affecting the other team's offense. And so Cam's presence is big. We got to keep her out of foul trouble. But I thought she single-handedly did that. And then Rakia was just huge all night. She had a couple just huge offensive rebounds. The one on the free throw there over Ezzy to tie it. I think that was in double overtime. I don't know. That all runs together. But, Rakia was great for 50 minutes, 47, I think she played. But, putting her, she's also fearless. So it's like, okay, you're guarding Malanga, who's 6'7", and she just kind of said, all right, cool. So I like that fearlessness from her, and she's shown a lot of confidence and grit down the stretch here.
Hey, Coach DJ from Infinity TV. Final question from us over here. Last time we spoke to KP, she talked about protecting home court. Is there any philosophy that you've expounded on with the team that you can talk about and the importance of protecting home court tonight?
Yeah, I mean, a couple things. One, I'm not going to buy into the narrative, and I'm not going to let them buy into the narrative that we're not good at home. Like, just quit it. Quit thinking about it. Change it, right? Like, don't give yourself a hook to hang an excuse on. I think, secondly, we've talked about what things can we control, and there's a lot of distractions, and LA is LA, and we love it, but there's a lot of things, and so trying to minimize distractions, and we're better. We've have a better record on the road. I think it's because they're just a little more locked in and there's no distractions. And so what can we do to kind of control that and help them be their best version of themselves at home? But I'm not gonna let anybody use an excuse. We've got to be better at home, and hopefully that starts tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet. All right. Thank you. I'll see you after.
So that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Just heard from Coach Lynn Roberts. Great question to finish it off, because I know she's like, we don't want to fall into this. We don't win games at home, but that has been an issue.
Yeah, and the narrative has started.
Yeah,
so I'm glad she directly addressed the narrative, because Sparks fans are saying we play terrible at home.
Yeah.
Not because of like something they're seeing on TV, but because they've been in the arena.
Yep.
So I like that Coach said, I'm gonna write that down on the front T-shirt. Don't give yourself a hook to hang your excuse on.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
goodness,
like that.
That's good.
And I had to ask her about that closing lineup, because I think it really helped unleash Cameron Brink.
Yeah.
In game number 2, she scored, I believe, 7 of her last, all of her points in that fourth quarter. She had a few blocks. You can really see her the advantage she gives the team. Like, I've been somebody who's saying I need to see more from the second overall pick for me to believe.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if they could play her like that, to connect it to the MNBA, when the Lakers had Anthony Davis, she can be that type of player like Anthony Davis that can pick and pop, that can pick and roll to the basket. And then we already know how dominant she is defensively. If she can knock down these outside shots, then go and get an offensive rebound, put back like she did in that fourth quarter, it's just going to give them another weapon to go with down low to join De'Erica and Azare. And it makes them, like I've been saying, it makes them a team that a lot of people are like, damn, we got to face Cameron Brink and the Sparks. Even Coach said it made NECA think a couple times before going to the basket. So to see Cameron Brink, this is going to be game number 3, I believe. With her, to see her once again tonight. The first pick isn't playing in that draft.
That's right.
Number 2 is, and she's ready to do her thing. So I'm excited from what I saw from Cameron Brink.
I'm excited that Coach directly addressed the elephant in the room, Michael.
Yeah.
Cameron Brink needs to stay out of foul trouble. We were talking about this last year. Unfortunately, she tore her ACL, so she didn't get a chance to actually address that part. That's just adjusting to the WNBA. All players go through that. Also, she had a problem with it in college. When Cameron Brink was at Stanford, she actually fouled out in her last game.
Man.
So, we've been seeing this. We know that Cam is working on it. We don't expect for Rome to be built in a day, but we expect that to see some kind of progress toward that foul trouble, because we need you on the floor defensively in order to make a major change here.
So the Sparks got a new addition to the squad.
That's right.
And it's somebody that coach knows.
Love her.
Do you want to talk to the people about the new addition for the Sparks?
The Sparks have acquired Alyssa Peely, y'all. And if you are unfamiliar with her game, she was drafted to the Minnesota Lynx after going on an extremely rare tear from the University of Utah. So Coach Lynn Roberts and Alyssa Peely have been working together, and that is why I like this pick for the Sparks. She already knows the system. There's no adjustment time. She actually came up and grew her game on the very system that Lynn Roberts is installing with the Sparks. So she might not get a whole lot of play time, but that doesn't matter. Because if at the last moment we have an injury or we have something, she could pop in and she know where to go.
Solid. And of course we like Sanaa Fagan. I believe that she has a bright future, but we need people that can help now. And Peely is a player that can come help now. If an injury occurs, foul trouble happens,
somebody tired.
She knows the system, and she is able to do a lot, man.
And you know what? Coach said it. She's strong.
Yeah.
I heard Coach said she was in there putting the bangs on the practice players.
And they feeling it. So, those are guys. But when it comes to the Sparks, right? We got a lot of people that show love, like ourselves, who like to big them up, but we also have those haters and
tweeters and deleters.
I have one of those haters who's a fellow journalist of for the LA Sparks. He is here with me, a friend of the show. My guy Elam, I need you to come up in here, man. Join us, Elam, because he was somebody who came into the season after a lot of things that we saw, and he had some doubts for the Sparks. But he might have changed a little bit. DJ Stradamus has predicted that the Sparks will make this run. Elam, are you a believer that the Sparks can make the playoffs?
Listen, I've been converted. I have been converted. I am a believer. I am a staunch parishioner in the church of toxic positivity.
Okay. New member.
These Sparks are on an absolute tear. 2 of the past 3 games, they've beaten 2 of the top teams in the WNBA. I don't know what more you need to see. This team right here, as they are constructed, as they get healthy, are a force to be reckoned with. I didn't know a lot about Lynn Roberts and her game. Listen to me. I apologize.
Put some respect.
Ray Burrell has made a huge difference. She's been a boom since she's returned. Cameron Brink, we see the defensive prowess that she's able to bring to the table. So, listen, I got the Sparks winning tonight.
Okay, and I'm with that. I wish we had some handcuffs we could have played, because that's what we need right there. But, I just think that the Sparks, they just needed some time, and I understand because we've been covering the team a few years, and each time we said they need some time. It just didn't happen for us with the Sparks. So it's just been, we've been sitting waiting, but it finally looks like something is going right, and it's making a believer, even of my guy Elam.
I'm gonna tell you the difference maker here. The difference maker of this year versus the other years. Is that I don't think we have the same roadblocks. Before, we were still talking about rotation. 10 to 15 games into the season. We're not talking about that anymore. We have a coach who's trying different things. She let us know from jump it was positionless. Everybody had to touch the ball. Everybody got to dribble. Everybody got to shoot. Everybody got to contribute defensively and offensively. So that immediately made me feel it, as well as Coach Lynn Roberts is used to working with the worst. She talks about how she couldn't get nobody, even people she had from high school that she thought she was going to draft. They was hitting her with the flex and going to better schools.
Because, at Utah, it's like you're not going to get the best of players, but then you come to the Sparks. You got a Rakia Jackson. You got a Cameron Brink, De'Erica, Azarae. You got KP. Julie Alamon, I didn't even know. I'm a huge fan of I'm a huge fan of the point guard position. So I really like to watch team point guards because it tells me a lot about what your team can offer up. And last year, we sat down, Elam, pick that mic up. We sat down and we talked to Reagan Peebley, the GM of the Sparks.
Shout out to Reagan Peebley. She put us up on game.
Man, shout out to Reagan. And she told us, hey, remember Julie Alamon. And me and you are like, Julie who? We don't know no Julie Alamon.
I was sitting up there clamoring for Ari McDonald.
Man, clamoring for Ari McDonald, Odyssey Sims. But Julie has really come and set the table for this team. offensively. She's even putting up an effort defensively to make it tough. But she has just allowed people to do their jobs. And I think people underestimate her importance. What do you guys feel?
You know what? I see a lot of Chris Paul. I see a little John Stockton in her game. She's going to get her assist turnover ratio is like 6-1, 5-1, which is absolutely ridiculous. You know, once you start to parse, you know, the advanced analytics. But I got to take a little bit of credit. You know what I'm saying? Because the Sparks weren't looking like this until I said they were going to go on the losing streak. When I picked against them,
it was an
the Sparks
anti-encouragement.
They heard
it wasn't
the show.
Anti-encouragement. I had to like balance the scales of the universe. You know what I'm saying? I know my words go up. Exactly, it was reverse psychology on the universe. But you know, I got to give a shout out, De'Erica Hamby. She's been playing like herself the past few games, averaging a double-double. Z has stepped up tremendously. Oh my gosh! You know, just from last year. And I got to give Julie Alamon some kudos, man.
Hey, Julie Alamon is the only player in the WNBA that don't have to score no points. It can be the best player on her team.
That's
like literally a key, an X factor. Because what she's doing is she's affecting all points of the basketball. She's deflecting. She's passing the ball. She might even shoot. And down there just to space the floor a little bit, get some extra. She rebounded. I mean, she's really one of those stat stuffers that you miss when they're not there, but you're not necessarily looking at them on the point.
Yeah, and they show you like in modern basketball, when you see the point guard, especially when you watch the NBA, you see guys who are score first, you know, who want to go and get buckets, and you're like, who's setting the table?
Yeah.
You're seeing that she's like you mentioned those traditional point guard. She is that exact player that can impact the game with 4 points. Where you look up, she has 8 assists, 6 rebounds, a couple steals, controlling the tempo, knowing when to slow it down, push the pace. People don't know how important it is. You know, if you play basketball out there, you should know, especially if you can shoot the ball. You want the ball in your sweet spot. Like some people like to catch it a little lower than the next player. Learn that Julie does exactly that. Getting these players the ball exactly where they need it. She's like a quarterback out there, and it takes the team to another level. But, man, the Sparks are doing some really good things. We're here, LA Sparks Weekly, Michael Matthew, DJ Treacy Treese. We know Jovan is with us. She's going to be back here with us. My guy, Elam. But we got some giveaways. So DJ is about to go back there and get to work.
I'm gonna see who's in it. We're gonna get some people walking past here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see some Sparks fans.
Yeah. Talk to them about the game. See what they feel about what's going on with tonight's matchup. I see some Indiana Fever fans.
Welcome to LA. Do you live here? No? Okay, welcome to town.
Oh, okay. All right. They out there going crazy in Indiana. You tell us more, DJ. You from there.
All right, I'm from Indiana.
Okay.
But I was always a Sparks fan because the Chicago, I actually grew up outside of Chicago.
Yes.
And there was no WNBA team there. So shouts out to 1997, the LA Sparks. First game. I watched the first game against the LA Sparks versus the New York Liberty, and I fell in love with the Sparks, even though they didn't win. So I was the first Toxic Positivity fan. You heard it here first. Shouts out to Chocolate Twist Yoga. Come on over here, girl. Friend of the show coming up. Thank you so much for popping up on us here. Are you excited? What are you excited most for this game today?
Okay. What I'm excited most about today's game is seeing how I think if we can really unlock her, if we can get just a little bit more efficiency with her, we have a path to the championship.
You see this?
No,
we have a path to the championship if we can just unlock her just the smallest amount.
Okay.
Just the smallest amount, because we have a lot of different things happening with other teams. Unfortunately, there's injuries that are happening to work in our favor.
Fact.
Injuries have been working against us for quite some time here with Ray Burrell, obviously with Cameron Brink. And then off and on here and there, we lost Odyssey, and different things have been happening where it just feel like we've been in this hole. Now that we finally got the Julies, now that we're getting De'Erica, and I want to see De'Erica get her free throw percentage up. I think it's like 58%.
Yes.
Okay. If we can get her free throw percentage up, if we can unlock
it takes her
Julie,
to the next level, you know?
Yes. And we already got KP like on a rampage. And I think, and she's also pouring into Rakia, which is beautiful to see. We're seeing Ray Burrell, who would only, if any of you watched Unrivaled, Ray Burrell would be very hesitant to go into the paint.
Yeah.
But we're seeing her go into the paint more, right? Coming off the bench, being that spark that we need. So what am I looking forward to? That's all of what I'm looking forward to.
So if we had to pick one player tonight from the Sparks, who's going to be that player that scores the most in tonight's game for LA? De'Arica Hamby. De'Arica Hamby. That's who
Thank
it
you
is.
so much.
If you don't know the name out there, y'all need to know.
Thank you.
Shout out. See, the fans love
This
us,
is
so
a
you
fan,
gotta
y'all.
love us
I'm
too,
excited
man.
about her answer.
Yeah.
You literally sound like me. Again, we do not bet against De'Arica Hamby. Mama D
Man.
is going to take care of business tonight for us.
Hey, Mama D has been doing her thing, but we also got to give some love to her running mate, Azarae Stevens. Azarae has been playing lights out this season. Coming into the season, we were like, all right, she's just going to hold the fort a little bit until Cameron Briggs come back. No, she's like, this is my fort too, and I am going to be a plus for this team, and the reason why the Sparks are going to have a chance to make the playoffs. Jovan, Azarae Stevens, talk about what you've seen from her performance throughout the year, because we were screaming All-Star, and she continues to look like it.
Yes, I would say from the beginning of the season, she's been holding it down. Of course, we had some injuries when Makia wasn't in it, and when KP had a game when she wasn't playing either. AZ has stepped up to the plate a lot, and people are talking about her too, how she's so consistent, along with De'Arica. We're playing a great game, so I agree with the fan. I believe that there'll be a great game today with De'Arica, but Azarae has been very consistent this whole entire season, especially since we have Cameron Brink back and everyone else back too. So she has some help with her. So it's not just her alone, but I'm excited to see what she'll do today against McDonald and Boston and the whole rest of the season.
And you know what? I think people forget. Azarae is a WNBA champion.
Yeah.
She is a USA Olympian. We are forgetting the caliber at which Azarae Stevens plays at because we haven't seen a lot of that at the Sparks. She's been playing at high caliber. She had injuries last season. She was coming back from that. But when she was with the Chicago Sky, if anybody remembers that championship season, Azarae Z Stevens was on fire, and she continues to do the same things.
Hey, and you know, Z is so clutch because she gives them something different, right? When you have a KP, you have Rakia, you have Ray Burrell, some wings who like to go downhill and get to the basket, you need a big that can help stretch the floor, you know? And you don't just want a big out there that's just shooting shots and not making them, you know? She is making these shots that makes defenses be honest, and it allows KP to have that roaming lane. It allows Rakia to slash to the basket and sometimes play some type of power forward, small forward tweener. But the Sparks are blessed, man. Like when you look at their squad, they have 4 players averaging double figures. You got 20 plus from KP, 17 from De'Arica, 14.9 from Azarae, 13.9 from Rakia, and that's going to continue to climb. When you have a fearsome foursome like the Sparks do, that's why I believe you see the tear that they're going on with the way that they're picking up these wins, the way that they're making teams have to respect them and making other people who hated on them have to appreciate them. So shout out to the Sparks. They're doing some great things. Once again, LA Sparks Weekly, we are here, Emmy Square Pizza, LA Live, Figueroa and 11th Street, doing our thing. So the Sparks, let's talk about.
Hold on 1 second, Michael. Let me show the fans the pizza. For all of y'all that's on the internet watching us on that live stream, look at that pizza.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
Emmy Square pizza is so fire. And I'm from Chicago. This is Detroit style. But when I tell you this pizza is amazing, you want to eat this pizza before the game. And also, they have Santa Monica Brewing Company exclusively here. So get you a beer and some pizza before the game. Talk hoops with the LA Sparks Weekly crew.
Hey, so I'm a you want to bring them there? But keep them out there. Keep them out there.
Stay out there. Stay out there.
I'm going to pass the mic. My guy, Elam, is helping us. So we got a couple fans here, and he's going to talk to them about the Sparks in tonight's matchup. Here you go, Elam.
So I got the fabulous foursome here. This is my guy, Dylan, correct? All right, Dylan, I have to ask you the most pressing question. What has been the most amazing aspect of this season to you?
Well, we started off really slow. But we won a lot of games recently. I just watched last one we played. We had a really good comeback against the Seattle team, Seattle Storm. So we're trying to get the momentum to keep going. We're a little out of this playoff spot right now. So I think we're on 10. I think we're in seat 10, right? So we're trying to get 2 spots up. Everyone's been playing well. Karen Brink just got back, so Rakia Jackson, Ballin, Hamby, Plum. So just get all the pieces together, and we're looking up. Like we're on a really good winning streak right now, so let's just keep the momentum going forward.
So if I had to ask you who your favorite player on the Sparks is, who would it be?
Right now, I gotta say Rakia Jackson. Like,
friend of the show, Rakia.
Like she really took over last game. She got a lot of game winners for us. Like especially against the Storm, like she was getting bucket after bucket. Every time we're in a pickle, like she was getting us out of it. So definitely her. I love Hamby since we got her last season. And then Plum's a really good addition. She ain't really shooting the 3-ball lately as well as we would like, but she's down to have a great game. I think today is the day that she's gonna have it for us.
What are your thoughts on the thermometer? No, or excuse me, the thermostat. Ray Burrell. Things were looking a little bleak, but since she's been back, she's been healthy. She's turned the tide and turned the fortunes of the team. Tell me what you've seen out of Ray Burrell.
No. Like I fully support everything. She was balling earlier in the season. I know, but all the lineup changes coming back, it's gonna be hard. But I know she's gonna get her back to she's a little microwave. Like she's gonna be hot one of these games, and we just gotta wait for that to happen. So really support it out here. The Sparks, man. The Sparks is our team. LA, this is our LA team. So just really out here support. They gotta make sure that we support these wonderful women out here.
Hey, so I want to join you out here, Elam, because I have a question. I have a question for all you guys. What makes most people, you think of the WNBA, you're gonna say, how do we get guys out to continue to support these ladies? What makes you guys fans of the WNBA? What makes the league stand out to you guys, if we can go down the line if possible?
So I think the reason why I watch the WNBA, it's I'm just a fan of basketball. Okay. It ain't about man or woman, anything like that. If you just want to watch basketball, just watch the WNBA. It's really that simple. It isn't a gender thing, really. I'm not here trying to you watch Lakers game, you watch Lakers game, you watch Clippers game. I mean, I'm not really a Clippers fan, but Lakers. We go watch USC. We're from USC, so we watch the Trojans out here. Juju, balling. Just hopefully we get on the Sparks. Hopefully, yeah. Please. But just out here just supporting basketball. Just love the sport. Played it when we were really, really young. So just out here just trying to just watch just the game. And it isn't really about what people can and can't do, but these people are really skilled and they can do things that I can never do. Okay. So just out here, just people of their craft is working really hard, working to their fullest, just working, just have immense just masters of their craft. And it's just a joy to watch people just really out there just working at what they got going on.
Got you. How about for yourself? What makes you a fan of the WNBA?
I think what makes me a fan is the competitiveness. And I feel like the level of play is actually interesting from what you might see in other professional sports. I feel like in some other, I won't say another league, but there's another league that I feel has, they get a little complacent. Okay. And I feel like the WNBA, everybody's hungry and they want to win that championship. So it's great. I love watching the Sparks play.
Yep. How about you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm much more of a baseball guy myself. Okay. But I mean, I do agree with what Michael says. Every time I see the WNBA, it's always that same level of competitiveness every game that I see. So I really enjoy that aspect of it.
And lastly,
I don't watch too much basketball either, but my roommate turns it on whenever we're in the living room, just hanging out. So I really do appreciate that kind of relationship with him because of the WNBA.
So if you had to summarize a Sparks game in one word, being here at Crypto.com Arena, what would it be?
Exhilarating.
Driven. Magic.
Electric.
Ooh,
so that's letting you know. We thank you guys so much, man, for joining us here. Check out our work, man, LA Sparks Weekly. Go join the game. We're going to be inside. We're going to make sure we tap in with you guys. Appreciate you.
Hey, LA Sparks Weekly fans that are watching us on the telecast.
Yeah.
If you are one of the tweeters and deleters, one of the haters that say fellas don't watch women's basketball, we just heard all of the fellas that are watching women's basketball and why they are watching. So let's stop the narrative of no one watches women's basketball. There's only so many fans. We got young guys out here just hanging out, having a good time, and looking for some competitive basketball.
Hey, so one of the guys mentioned the standings, right? The Sparks being there in the 10th spot.
It's like a four-way tie for 8 right now.
So the Sparks right now sit not too far from that 8th spot. They're only a game and a half, and they're trying to get themselves right. They're behind the Valkyrie. They're behind the Mystics, who they've defeated twice, so they have the tiebreaker there.
Let me break this down for you,
They're right
Michael.
there. Let me hear it.
All right, so ahead of the Sparks is the Mystics. Today, they just traded their best player, Slim. They're out of the running. They're tanking for Juju. Okay, we're moving up to the Golden State Valkyries. Went on a great tear, like I said at the beginning of the season. Kayla Thornton is out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. The Valkyrie are now on the bottom. They're moving down. Let's go back up. Las Vegas Aces, they're doing a lot better, but let's just be real. They're not acing.
Yeah, they're not acing how they usually do.
No, Asia Wilson got the whole team on her back. They need to send her a back brace, send her to the chiropractor.
And the Sparks just beat the Storm, so the Sparks might have a chance to make a run up there. I see the Fever fans staring at me.
Shouts out to the Fever fan. Come on, you want to come back and talk to us, Fever fan?
Who believes that, with Caitlin Clark healthy, that they're going to go to another level. But, hey, the Sparks are looking really good, playing some really good basketball. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. Let's kind of tackle what they got coming up as well before we choose our winner and player of the game tonight. So the next 7 days, of course, they match up here tonight with the Fever. They have the Connecticut Sun on my birthday, August 7th, so that's going to be a special day. Then they travel to Golden State, which is going to be huge, on August 9th. And then they're back home August 10th against the Seattle Storm. We're going to start with you, Jovan. When you look at these games that they have coming up, how confident that you are in that the Sparks can get closer and closer to getting past 500?
I believe. Number one, I believe.
Okay.
That Valkyries game is going to be a good one.
Yes.
Every time they play at home, it's a little bit rocky. I'm glad Coach Roberts pointed that out, and I'm glad the fans know it too. But I believe after the All-Star game, they've been on a crazy tangent. I think they're going to do good. Now, that Seattle Storm game, that might be our biggest little hump right there. Going double overtime.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Going double overtime was crazy. So them playing back at home, I believe, it's going to be good. They lost to the Storm when they were playing here, and they just had a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes, but that was in the beginning of the season.
Yes.
We got basically a new roster now. We got Peely back for the 7-day contract. So I think it's going to be good. But that Valkyries game and that Storm game is going to be a little hard, I think.
It's going to be tough. Like when you see that run, you're hoping they take care of business tonight. They've been smacking up Connecticut like a lot of the W have been. Hopefully they do that. Then it's going to come down to those two games. But I figure if they can go 3-1, which will put them at 15-16, I think by that time they will be sitting in the top 8 when it comes to the playoff seeding. Well, what are you looking for in those 4 games, DJ?
I think we have the opportunity to win all 4 games. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of unintended consequences. The Valkyrie are not the same. They're not going to play the same. Let's not even pretend like Kayla Thornton, the WNBA champion, reigning champion right now, wasn't a huge part of why they were a success. Is it going to be competitive? Absolutely, but we are going to beat the Golden State Valkyrie, no question. The Seattle Storm now have a new player, a great player, but we know when you throw a great player in there and you already got great players, everybody got to adjust. I'm hoping their whole game plan is thrown off. I'm hoping Coach Lynn Roberts can out-coach Noelle Quinn. Okay? I'm hoping all those things happen. Seattle plays really good. They play here, right, for Seattle game? Okay, cool. So that gives us the advantage as well because Seattle's not at home. We know they play really well at home. So I think we have all 4 games, to be quite honest. We have beat these teams before. I think we have a slight advantage over it. Is it going to take some effort? Absolutely. But Coach Lynn Roberts just said on the presser, they are determined to make the playoffs. We are not shy about that.
And they have to figure it out at home because they have a bunch of home games this month here at Crypto.com Arena. Last month they was on the road. They were away from here, but they're going to be here. So they got to get these victories under the belt at home, and it's going to start tonight with the Indiana Fever, where you're hoping that they can take advantage of it. But having Cameron Brink back, I believe, is such a big help. At her first few games, combined 12.7 rebounds, 3 blocks. So she's only getting her feet wet, only going to get better. But I'm excited about it. So we have to tackle tonight, man. We have to talk about tonight and tonight's game. What are going to be the keys to victory for the Sparks to win? Jovan, once again, we'll start with you.
Yeah, it's a lot. You got to stop McDonald's. In any possible way that we can. Stop her. I think one of the biggest things the Sparks have been struggling with this season that I've noticed just turnovers, and they really turn those turnovers, those mistakes into points to take full advantage of that. So I think that's one thing you need to stop. And just making sure, giving Cameron Brink some minutes, making sure she's able to do what she does best. We play a whole different game when she's on the roster, when she's in the lineup. So having her play some minutes, and yeah, I think we could do it. It's really just McDonald and Boston, but the Fever have been doing good without Caitlin Clark. So just doing whatever we possibly can to make sure that we get the dub tonight.
Whew, for me, we got to put the clamps on Kelsey Mitchell.
Okay.
Kelsey Mitchell needs to be stopped defensively. I would not put Cameron Brink on Aaliyah Boston. I would put De'Erica Hamby on Aaliyah Boston because they both have great footwork. Make them outwork each other. Also, Aaliyah Boston tends to take rush shots, right? So if you put De'Erica Hamby on her, a girl with a motor, put that body up against her, Aaliyah Boston can make a lot of mistakes there. So I would do that. I would put Cameron Brink on defensively at the 4, just let her protect the rim. I honestly kind of float her a little bit, but I would make sure De'Erica Hamby and Aaliyah Boston are body to body the whole game.
They're going to have
full
to
40
because they're coming off of a victory against the defending runner-ups in the Minnesota Lynx.
Yep.
They have a squad. Like, this is why at the beginning of the year, I was like, don't be surprised if the Indiana Fever make it to the WNBA Finals because they have so much depth. I know everybody likes to talk Caitlin Clark. They're not just Caitlin Clark. Natasha Howard, baller. Kelsey Mitchell, baller. You got Lexi Hull on the squad that can play. Sophie Cunningham. You know, Eric McDonald, who's going to be looking to get some get back tonight. Aaliyah Boston, a former first overall pick. The team is stacked from top to bottom. So tonight, we know that the Sparks can score, right? They coming off of a run where they scored like 6 straight games with 90-plus points. They scored 108 in their last win. Can they play defense? Can they get stops? And for me, defense always starts. A lot of people like to look down low, which is very important. Cameron Brink got to do her part. But it is going to be up to the guards, the wings. That's why Rakia is going to have to make sure that she locked in defensively. Ray Burrell is going to have to come in and be locked in. KP and Julie Alemán, Julie Van Loo, they're going to have to play some defense because they are going to stay aggressive. And they like to play a grimy type of game.
It's fast-paced, too.
Yeah,
listen,
they find a way to do both.
I don't know if Coach Lynn watching this because she just got off the press conference.
She better be.
We need to do 5-on-5, man-to-man defense the whole game, full court press. You run them girls out the gym. Everybody needs to be dripping sweat, tired. I want to be tired of watching basketball. You got subs. Keep running them girls in, rotate fresh legs. Ray Burrell.
Sarah Ashley, if she has to get on the court. But I think tonight is going to be one of those muggy and ugly games, the type of games I've been looking for this team to win. They haven't done it yet. We know that they can win shootouts. Can they win a game when it gets real physical and gritty? They've lost some of those games. But that's what the playoffs looks like. So if they can come and play that game tonight and win, I think it's going to take them to be gritty for them to pick up this victory.
And that Seattle Storm game was a playoff game. Let's be real. That was a playoff. That is the playoff caliber WNBA style game. You're going to see very close scores. The Sparks were up each overtime by 8 points with 2 minutes left. And they still every time. 40 seconds left. Now we up by 2. Now we down by 1. I was on my couch screaming. I was so glad y'all called me. I was texting like, oh, my God, KP, pass the ball, please.
Man, so it's going to come down to some big-time plays. I'll be surprised if it's a blowout tonight. Like, if the Sparks win, I will be surprised to blow. I think it's going to be one of those tough, gritty games.
It's going to be within 5 points.
It's going to
be within 5 to 8 points.
So, Jovan, with the fact that you're also a Sparks crew, how much of a plus do you think that your guys' job is to help activate the fans to get them to do their part? Because the Sparks have one of the better fan bases, I feel, in the WNBA. They have a really good turnout. But you guys help turn the crowd up, and that has helped the team give them an extra fight. I know they haven't been winning, but they just have that extra fight. How important is it for the crew to come out and go crazy tonight?
It's so important. Even when they lose on those games, it's still a fun game, period. Like, just the whole atmosphere of crypto, Staples for me, just the whole arena is so good. And I tell people all the time, like, still come to a game. I don't care if people say they lose at home games, still come. And the fans are so nice. Everyone is so welcoming. Little kids are nice. They've had Kids Day, the different activations, Dodgers Night, and even just little stuff like giving out the flags and just T-shirts and stuff is great. And I have the privilege of just dancing and giving out T-shirt tosses and engaging with the fans and getting to know them. I get to know the season ticket holders and just all the different clubs and schools that attend the game. So it's so much fun to learn about the Sparks as just not who the players are, but like meeting them at different community events and talking to them. We did a media day in the beginning of the season, and they were dancing to Kendrick Lamar and the Lowriders, and just getting to know them and just see them for the first time was so welcoming and cool. So it's just a welcoming environment in the W, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it, entertainment wise and even media wise too. So it's just really fun, a whole bunch of fun.
I'm happy you said media wise, because this is a question that we all got to answer before we tackle more into this game tonight against the Fever. DJ, what's your favorite part about covering your Los Angeles Sparks?
I mean, to be honest, my favorite part is arguing with all of y'all on the internet. Because ain't nobody believers. Y'all not real. You feel me? People in LA so fair weather, and I'm from Chicago, so I'm used to holding it down. But at the end of the day, I can always have fans that are like Elam and be like, girl, after 2 years, you have worn me down. I now believe. So I think that fan base and just like trying to convert a lot of the WNBA fans over to be Sparks fans who just live here. Maybe they haven't followed the team. Maybe they've come from somewhere else and they're transplants. But just getting people excited about the LA Sparks and having that conversation with fans and making them believe, and after the losses going on there and having people blow me up, that's my favorite part of covering the Sparks.
It's just fun because we know that, as a journalist, cover the Lakers here, the Clippers here, a lot of people want to jump and do that. You know what I'm saying? People will get excited. It's the NBA. People want to be there. But when you're able to be with the W, we have a chance to be some of the first voices, the key voices that help tell the stories of these teams, of these players, of their seasons. So being able to do that makes it so much worth it. It makes it very fun.
For sure.
And, to be able to give breaking news, to be able to have these exclusive interviews with these players, they don't get as much love as they deserve. That's why we had the fan earlier holding up the sign like, hey, pay them the money. They don't get the money they deserve. So we're able to tell these stories and say, hey, this is why they deserve it. And I think that, we are much needed. We need to give ourselves a pat on the back.
For sure.
We're able to tell these stories. So, Jovan, what's your favorite part about covering the LA Sparks and the W?
I honestly love telling my family about everything because they're just like, they're super fans now because they come to the games, they read my articles, and also just spreading the word about the WNBA, like spreading my articles, just letting them know like, hey, I'm going to be here talking about this, like you guys should watch. Just spreading information and shining a light on the WNBA and of all the players, Brink, Kelsey Plum, and just for the Sparks in general, like we need more attention from them. We're in LA. Like they should definitely have not just the money, but the attention, the deals, the brand deals, especially like feminine products and things like that. So just spreading all that information. There's so much that goes into the WNBA than just the stats and the score. So just like you said, just the breaking news and just the highlighted information. I love sharing that and just making sure people know about it, spreading awareness. Please watch
Give them what they deserve. I know the guys are playing basketball. It looks different, but at the end of the day, it's basketball.
And then too, for a lot of people, since we've opened the door for the discussion with the pay them what they deserve, is they forget that the WNBA has been in the shadows for so long, and now we have players like Caitlin Clark, we have players like Angel Reese, we have players like Haley Van Lith who have huge followings and have brought the audience here. So that's no credit to the WNBA. It hasn't been working for years. So the players have finally come together. They've even done Unrivaled. If you look at Unrivaled, that's players taking it upon themselves to bring their audience over there. Shouts out to Dewan. Come in the camera, Dewan.
We need you to get on the camera. We want y'all to check
put this t-shirt on the camera, Jeff.
This shirt. That's A1.
Look at that.
Repping.
Sorry,
for
Avengers.
Take that
Let's
off. We need to see this shirt. Zoom in on that for us.
Azare.
Not the Avengers, but the LA Avengers.
LA Avengers.
When
KP
you can
is
see,
Spider-Man for real.
Yeah, KP is Spider-Man for real. She falls, she takes hits, but she always bounces back. So shout out to our guy, Dewan. Hey, remember, you can cop you a shirt. Hit us up, LA Sparks Weekly and Fatty TV, where you can get you a shirt and you can be a part of the LA Avengers. Elam, let me get you over here. A fellow journalist amongst ourselves. You can find his work, Culver City, the Sporting Tribune. I'm gonna pass him this mic, so you guys are good. So I just asked a question. What's your favorite part about covering the Sparks? What's your favorite part about covering the W?
Man, the narratives, the stories. There are so many compelling storylines like who these women are outside the confines of the lines. I don't think that their stories get proper attention, and that's all I'm interested in doing. Showcasing and highlighting who these women are away from the game, their interests, things that make them tick. So once you really like tune in and tap in with the WNBA, you'll see a lot about who these women are. So, for example, there's someone on the roster, Emma Cannon. She is the glue that holds the team together. You would never know why, because a lot of times she's on the bench. But she's a social butterfly. I've seen her in action. I've seen her leadership. That's a story that I was, privy and privileged to be able to tell. And so those are the types of things that I love about the W.
So since we have you here, stay with us. We got to talk about this game tonight. So I want us to go around. We're going to start with you, Jovan. What's that one key to victory tonight that the Sparks must do to pick up this victory? What's that one thing?
I'm gonna go back to what I said before. Just making sure that we do a good job as a team cohesively.
Okay.
The turnovers, getting to the line, just making those free throws, and KP getting some threes too. I just think being better offensively and make sure we get those rebounds too. Just the mistakes that we've made a lot in post All-Star game. We got to make sure we can bring it back to make sure we win all these games and secure a good spot for the playoffs.
Got you. DJ, what's that one thing that they have to do tonight to help them pick up this victory?
For me, we got to start fast. We have to come out running like Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah.
The Sparks needs to hit the starting line and start running and never stop, because we know that the Indiana Fever are an offensive power. We are two high offensive power teams that have quick. Both teams are fast-paced and like to get that ball down the floor. So if the Sparks can get an advantage early, we have it secured. But if we got to come from behind, boy, are we trouble. Look at these Indiana Pacers. Indiana Fever
So we
fans.
have a Fever fan. Before we go forward and give you our reasons why we believe the Sparks are going to win, you tell me, sir, with your Caitlin Clark shirt, why do you believe that the Fever will win tonight?
I don't know if they'll win tonight. What I do know is that I happen to like Caitlin, and that's the real truth.
Okay.
So if whoever wins, I'm okay with that.
We like you. Look, can I give you a wrist?
See, he's a fair fan, man. I like that.
Here
He's
you
a
go.
fair
I'm going to
fan.
give you a little bracelet.
Yeah.
You can give it out. You get one to the lady there. Anybody? Yeah. Thank y'all so much for being dope fans.
So the Fever fans are outside, man. We've been seeing them walking down
everywhere
this whole time. So shout out to them. And he said, hey, I can't tell you if they're going to win or not.
That's a good fan. He been watching.
I rock with Caitlin Clark, and we rock with Caitlin Clark here with LA Sparks Weekly as well. So Elam, back to it. What's that one thing that the Sparks need to do tonight to pick up this victory?
I just got to give a shout out to the Fever fan. People from Indiana know basketball, and I think that's the most gracious state, most gracious fan base there is in the nation. So shout out to all the people from Indiana.
I'm going to jump in there. Not that I'm not a fan of them, but I'm from there, and I had good raising, I'm
going to go in the opposite end. What's the old adage? Defense wins what?
Champions.
It's going to win the game tonight. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they are going to communicate on the defensive end as long as they are able to give Indiana fits and defending the three-point line. The Sparks are going to win.
I like what you said there.
Yeah.
I like what you said there.
I like it. For me, I'm going to go bench production. Okay. I believe that tonight this Indiana team has depth. Like they play about 9 and sometimes 10 players, and that's without Caitlin Clark on the floor. So we know what the fearsome foursome is going to do. Azare, De'Erica, Kelsey Plummer, Kia. They're going to need some help, and that's going to be from Ray Burrell. Julie Van Loo might need to knock down some threes. She hasn't really
been
making
six.
something.
Julie, you watching?
We need some threes made from her. Ray Burrell. She's somebody that can come in and give you 10 to 12 points. She's going to have to come out and be productive, because I know a lot of people are like, no, Caitlin Clark, this should be a cakewalk. They just knocked off the links. They smacked the links
and
up.
Ari McDonald is probably mad at us.
Oh,
and
man.
I love you, Ari. Ari, friend of the show. We actually interviewed you at Media Day. She loves the show, loves LA Sparks Weekly. But Ari
don't like us today.
I mean, I'm sure Ari McDonald is a little bit mad. I mean, being waived by the team and being back in LA for the first time. And she's from here.
I know.
She's from here, so yeah.
It's going to be a great game. I hope you guys are ready. Of course, you guys know after this, we're going to all be heading over inside the Crypto.com arena to give you content in there. Once again, LA Sparks Weekly, Emmy Square Pizza here, LA Live, Figueroa and 11. It's that time of the show, DJ, that we can't never leave a show without. I'm happy that Jovan is with us, my guy Elam. Let's see if we got some more fans coming by. We got a Caitlin Clark fan.
I see.
Hey.
I see. We got some
So,
Indiana Fever fans in
we
the
can
building.
get
Welcome to LA.
Are you a Fever fan? You a Fever fan?
Fever fan?
Can I ask you a question? Can you step right here for me really quick? So, Fever Sparks tonight. In a big time game, both teams would like to win and pick up this victory. But you're a Fever fan. Tell me, why do you believe the Fever are going to win tonight?
Because girl power. I mean, like Caitlin Clark's the best.
Okay. You had me at girl power.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you some bracelets. They say
Yeah.
Sparks on them, but rock them because you love the W.
Yes.
Girl power.
Hey, we thank you guys for your support.
Hey,
Oh,
shouts out to Cassidy.
Shout out to Cassidy. She's showing love to the folks, man. But like I said, the Fever fans, they outside. Thank you guys for stopping and being with us. But it's that time of the show.
Let's go.
Where we have to pick that one player that we believe is going to. Hey, wait a minute.
Men in the
We
building.
got a
Come on,
special
come
guest.
through.
Mint.
Let's pack it in.
Mint. Mint was with me the last game where it went crazy with the double overtime game, man. That in the studio. So shout out to Mint. Y'all know her, friend of the show. These are all
Biggest Clipper
journalists
fan.
who cover this team. My guy BJ right here. So we're asking this question: what is it going to take tonight for the Sparks to pick up this victory? What's that one key? We'll start with you, BJ.
Rebounding and taking care of the ball. Those are
Okay.
two things, very simple.
Very, very simple.
Very
Rebound and take
simple.
care of the ball. What you got, man?
Home court. They got to protect the home court.
Protected. All right. Hey, they're going to be needed. Make sure you guys tap in with us. I don't know when we're going to have our next fun in the studio, but these are a lot of the crew. Yeah, these are a lot of the crew that's going to be there. Mint, before we go to the squad, you and BJ, who's that one player tonight that you feel has to shine bright for the LA Sparks to pick up the win?
Rakia is.
Okay.
They've been running their offense through Rakia, and she's been shining the last couple of games, so she's going to shine again.
Okay. Rakia Jackson, who you got, BJ?
I'm gonna go with De'Erica Hamby. She gotta be
Okay.
able to control the inside and interior, as well as she gotta be able to get on the board and the glass.
Okay. Hey, so you heard it here from Mint, BJ. Let them know where they can check out you guys' work.
Oh, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Follow me
Go
on
first.
YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
Okay, I know. Low key, you gotta talk to him. But man, let the people know.
Black Love and Basketball Podcast, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, everywhere. Black Love and Basketball. Biggest Clipper fan right here.
Hey, I gotta throw this in because I knew you were gonna mention the Clippers. You know how many Clipper fans we had pull up so far?
I don't know.
0.
It's 2 right here.
So it's
two right
purple
here.
and gold here.
No,
but hey, we
yellow
thank
and
you guys
lavender.
for stopping by. Man, cop y'all some pizza. The place is fire.
Yeah, thank
but
you.
Let's get to it. Yeah, appreciate you guys for coming
DJ
by.
Treacy Treats.
Come back, Elam. Let's get to it. Let's get to the business. So,
All right.
player of the game.
What's going
tonight?
on?
Hey, how you doing? Yes, we're live.
Yeah, we live. You on the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Come
up?
on. You want a
What's
bracelet?
up?
Come on, sis. You want a Sparks bracelet?
Hey,
A little
you
friendship
know
bracelet?
what
Oh,
it is.
SRP.
What's up? What's up?
Are you a
Hey,
Fever fan?
it's a family affair out
Celtics.
here, man.
I can't even
All the
handle
way
that right now.
From Long Beach.
You want a bracelet?
Man, facts.
You want bracelets? All
Hey,
right, bracelet.
what's up? What's up? How you
bracelet.
doing?
We got another bracelet.
Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. Hey, we've been having people running in and out, man. Like all the way from the LBC.
All the way from Long Beach.
Watch Me Sports Bar.
All right, we doing player of the game. What time is it? All right, we got to hurry up and do our player of the game, y'all.
Hey, so
we got to get there.
Player of the game, if you had a player tonight, that one player that's going to help the Sparks pick up this victory with this family affair here, who you got, Elam? Who's that player?
Julie Alamon's gonna have a triple-double today. That's my
Woo!
pick.
Triple-double. Whoa. Okay. My guy, Elam, have high hopes, but I believe she's going to be very productive. Might be a triple single, but it's going to help the Sparks win. DJ, who's your player of the game tonight? Who's going to help the Sparks pick up this victory?
Player of the game undoubtedly is going to be Azarae Z. Stevens, and the reason being is because the Indiana Fever is focusing on so many other players in their scouting report, and that defense is going to open up a little bit of space for guess who? Azarae Stevens. She's going to catch it on the perimeter and shoot lights out. She's going to get the rebound in the paint, put that thing right back up, and score those easy buckets. She's going to block you if you shoot the three ball. Azarae Z. Stevens got the game, player of the game for me.
I love that pick. Who you got, Jovan?
I got Rakia. She had 27 against the Storm, and I just want to see her just go for it. I think
Okay.
sophomore season, she's been doing great. All her brand deals, she's just so multifaceted. But I want to see her get some more points on the board, and I'm gonna go with Rakia tonight.
Let's go. Rakia Jackson was close to being my pick because I expect her to go crazy. But I'm gonna go out of left field. I'm gonna go Cameron Brink. I think that tonight, game number 3, she's really gonna have that breakout performance offensively, defensively. She is gonna do a job to help stop. We don't like nothing Boston here. So we can't have Aaliyah Boston going crazy against the Sparks tonight. So I believe that Cameron Brink is going to have that breakout game that's going to have people talking like, man, this is the player that we expect from this team. And this is the player that was the 2nd overall pick. So Cameron Brink is the one. But we got to get to this pizza and drinks before we get inside of the Crypto.com arena. We have the Sparks, we have the Fever in a big time matchup. Shout out to all the folks who came by and tapped
we had
in
so
with
many
us
people today.
from Indiana, from Long Beach, from Compton, wherever you're from. They've been pulling up, showing love, and enjoying the pizza. Remember, you don't got to just show up to Emmy Square Pizza just because we're here. You can show up any day. Come get you some great pizza. Come get you some drinks. Santa Monica Brewery, they do their thing. So it is a good time here. And we're going to have to go enjoy it before the game. So we thank you so much for tapping in with us. LA Sparks Weekly, Michael Matthew, DJ Treasy Trees, Jovan Roberts, my guy, Eric Lampkins II. We'll see you guys inside the building. Post-game, we going up, baby.
Let's go Sparks.
Yeah. Plug us on the gram.